Right, hello guys, just a quick audio check there. Make sure it's all working. Fingers crossed it is, because I spent the last 10 minutes trying to figure out what airport I'm flying to today. More than that after I've done the audio test on my phone. Right, hello guys, just a quick audio check. Okay, lovely, that's all working. So, yeah, today, going to be doing some flight simming in this lovely little, actually let's just get the timer off, who cares. And then, no, not the GPS, there you go. That's what's going to go into its place. I can get off, actually I can turn off the timer, can't I? Why not? Why don't I have the GPS there for the timer capture? Actually no, it won't be able to pick up the whole GPS, never mind. Forget it. Let's move that back. I'm just rearranging my desktop now because I've just got rid of the tracker of, no, not the, what's it called, the timer. Just got rid of it, so. Should I view my stream? Don't know. Actually, yeah, thinking about it. Let's get the desktop audio turned on. Get over to the desktop display capture. And here's our lovely plane today. And of course, well, the stream looks like it's lagging, but according to this, it's alright-ish. Right, I'll get the stream off on my computer. I think that's out. So today, we're flying from here in, was it Sion? I can't remember how to pronounce it. The ATC did say it last time. To Reichenbach, and then over to Wangen. So, the problem I've had with finding out which airport, I think Reichenbach in the past has had a different code. It used to be an airbase, I think, which is why its original ICAO code was LSAZ, so that's what it is in the sim. But on Fly UK, and I've looked up, and it's LSGR, but I've looked it up, I've checked the charts, and all that, and it appears they're the same airport, so fingers crossed I will leave, and when I finish tracking my flight, when I land, it will recognise that I'm in the same place. Actually, stop recording. I need to, wait, stop recording, and then I need to do start flying club flight. There you go, so it started that now. Good. So fingers crossed that when I actually end up somewhere, it'll be an airport that this recognises. Otherwise, you know, I won't be able to complete the tour, unfortunately. We'll just pretend we're completing it. So let's get the airport, the plane fired up, just Control E, obviously, to get this thing fired up. I do forget how quiet this thing is. I have done a calibration check this time. Obviously, last flight, we did have a bit of an issue there, with it not calibrating properly. So let's get this GPS into terrain mode. Obviously, you guys can't see the GPS. Here it is. That's the GPS. So get it out to 15, roughly, I think. And then, so the plan may be, obviously, we have to try and avoid the mountains, but I think there's a little lake there, so try and cut out, possibly. It's quite hard to do, but we'll have a look. So I'll get that back on my screen now. So that's the plan for today. So 2 flights, should take about an hour, roughly. This one's a very short one, the next one's quite long, so be just over an hour, I think, by the time we're done. Cruising, I think I'll choose about 8,000. I'm going to go a bit higher on this flight because of the mountains. So we'll go 8,000, and then obviously vertical speed, I don't know, 800 or whatever. So, on altitude, get heading turned off and on so it works. Like that, because obviously I control the plane manually, I can't be bothered to do the other stuff. Like, request a taxi, we're going north. I just checked the GPS, roughly north. Sion, okay, that's how you pronounce it, Sion. Yay, I know. So runway 7, get good. We are departing in the direction of where we're going. Then, so the parking brakes aren't on. Get the flaps turned into setting number 1, and push the plane back. Oh, that's the wrong button. That's the button, and for some reason it deletes that. Right, acknowledge taxi clearance, and then get that turned on, so I know where I'm going. Where are we going, actually? Let's have a look. I already pre-fueled up the plane, so there's no need for GSX today, just because GSX, for whatever reason, the ground handling pack I have seems to lag out this game and my recording like absolutely mad. I have no clue why. And look, there you go, look, calibration should be fine now, I've tested it, so seems to be working. Right, let's park up the plane there, I guess, and turn that back on. And then give it a little bit of power. Right, and then move my seat over so I can actually reach the controls. And move my monitor, because apparently I haven't put that in the right place either. Give it a little bit of power, and then off we go. So off we go on our flight today, on the way to Reichenbach. The first flight should take about 24 minutes, this thing, so I used a clock on my yoke, actually. And hopefully when we land, unlike last time, we're not going to go shooting off the runway. That happened last time. It also happened in the stream I did Saturday morning, the Thomas Cook RIP stream. I did. So, yeah, I don't want to go doing that. Speaking of the Saturday morning stream, tomorrow Saturday morning, doing Eurowings 737 from 8 AM, going down in Salzburg to Cologne and then on to London Stansted. So, roughly about 3 hours tomorrow morning is the plan of streaming. So, should be some nice little flights. I love Salzburg. And flying into Stansted, nice little airport, and see with a little stopover in Cologne on the way. So, it's a nice plane livery I've got. I think it's like an old Air Berlin plane, possibly, because it's a very plain livery I've got installed. It just says Eurowings, and then you've got the nice little Eurowings logo. So, I'm a fan of Eurowings, flown them I think once before. They're a nice little airline. Never actually got to fly them in the sim, so I had to download all the skins and all that sort of stuff for the airline, but it didn't take me too long. Was it 20 minutes? I don't know. Wasn't very long, basically. The cereal table flipper is here. That's one person we know here. Yeah, that's a running joke, by the way. It keeps popping up in chat, that cereal table flipper. It's a good joke. Anyway, but how long is this taxi? I mean, seriously, this thing does not need a long runway to take off, so let's have a look. Still quite a long way then. The tracker's working, which is good. There's a look, RIP Thomas Cook there. Got a Thomas Cook plane in the air. Obviously, these packs, unfortunately, the AI packs, they're like free AI packs. So they're all a lot of them are from like 2012, so they're extremely out of date. There are some that are like only 2 years out of date, but then they stopped making them from then. So but I'm not sure how old Thomas Cook is. It'll be in the region of somewhere between 2010 and 2017 is when they made them. So somewhere in that region, so it is pretty out of date. But who cares? We've got traffic and they're nice planes, so who cares? Nice little Russian Aeroflot. I don't know how close or far away these things are. They're some point. They're somewhere. Maybe my audio is working on the stream then. Oh, didn't slow this thing down enough. I think I almost toppled it then. If I'd have toppled that plane, I would have laughed. I don't think you can topple a plane in this sim. If you could, I'm sure I could. Honestly, even if you couldn't, I'm sure I'd find a way to topple it. There'd probably be a way I could do, you know, like. Okay, so coming up on the runway now. Actually, I forgot to tune the tower and ask for takeoff clearance. RIP. Luckily, there's nothing else here, so that's not going to be an issue. Clear for takeoff, good, because we're already on the runway. That was a bit of an oopsie there. Completely forgetting that we had ATC whatsoever. Right, set the power initially. This thing's not pulling to the right or the left, which is good. Right, full power. And, well, right, start the clock actually on my yoke. There it is, it's going. There's 80 knots. We keep going though. 100 knots, right, let's roughly rotate the plane around now then. And I forget how sensitive this thing is to fly, so I'm going to really be careful on that. I am being careful, good. Right. Wheels coming out. And actually I can remove the flaps straight away as well. Let's get that vertical speed climbing a little bit. And then we need to head for these sort of valleys up here. So let's get the autopilot in. Fingers crossed it'll let me control the aircraft because I did the heading thing before. It is, and it should be, maintaining a nice solid 900 feet per minute, which I think it is. So we need to go straight ahead, roughly, without crashing into any mountains. That's the aim. I don't know whether we'll do it without crashing into any mountains. I mean, obviously, it'd be nice if we didn't. It's always nice when you don't crash into a mountain. It's like, you know you've done a good flight when you don't crash into a mountain, you know? It's not like I crash into a mountain every flight or anything. I mean, I never actually have on. The only like mistake I've ever made on these ones, are those stupid ones. Like the mistakes I make are like the really stupid ones where I overshoot a runway or something. Right, we're gaining speed nicely, doing 158 knots according to my GPS, and according to the airspeed indicator, we're doing 152 knots. Okay, that doesn't add up quite, but whatever. It's slightly off. Who cares? So I think we'll try and head through, I don't know, we might end up with that situation again, like, we did one, we went over mountains, and I had to just pitch the plane up very suddenly. I lost a ton of speed trying to go over a mountain. I'd rather avoid that this time, but you never know. So, this is our plane. We might make that mountain, I don't know. It depends on how fast we climb. We're not climbing very fast at the moment. It's put it up to 1,100 feet a minute, in the hope that we can actually, you know, gain some decent climb power. Obviously, it does mean we'll lose a bit of speed, but not a lot. So I think we're aiming to go up to 8,000 feet. I've plugged it into. I don't know whether that's good or bad. We're actually slightly off course anyway, so I can turn slightly. Right, please say we're not going to hit this mountain. Please say we're not going to hit this mountain. We are going to hit this mountain at the moment, aren't we? Rip. Please. Oh, if I go this way, I won't hit it, I don't think. Rip. We're going to hit this mountain, aren't we? Rip, pull up. Rip. Oh, no. Yeah, rip. I think I just bugged the game out somehow. Rip. Right, let's take out the autopilot. I'll do it myself. Rip. Absolute rip right there. Okay, that's... as soon as I take off the aircraft and go, this is the first ever time... I've never crashed into a mountain before. Oh, yeah. I immediately crash into a mountain. Just... You couldn't make that up, could you? You could not make that up. Right, nearest airport list. Reichenbach. Tune the traffic. Runway 4 we'll be using. So I'll get that turned on. Oh, wow. Okay, so now I think we can get the autopilot back plugged in again now. After that mishap. Rip. But there you go. I should have gone around it. I was like really hoping that we'd make it. And I was like, we're going to make it. We're going to make it. We're not going to make it. Like that. It's like... It's just nice when that sort of thing happens. We've lost a ton of speed now as well. So, cut back on the climb while we actually make up the speed that we just lost. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how long I'm going to be able to stay like that, because we're going to crash into another mountain at that rate, so... No, we're not crashing into another mountain, are we? Please! I'm trying to save this plane from not crashing into a mountain again. Come on! Come on! I took the autopilot out at the last second, and it worked. Right, you know what? Should we just forget the autopilot this flight? Something's telling me that it's not actually going to work, this autopilot today. It's not in a good mood for avoiding, you know, hills and stuff, and we're making an absolute mess of it, so... Yeah! Fun times! Making a mess of everything on a flight sim. What's not to love about that? It just says the best YouTube content of all time on it, doesn't it? Totally says that. Doesn't say anything else. I'm going to put the flaps in to help it gain speed, I think. Or help it gain altitude anyway. I think it's working, look. It's slowed us down, but it's stopping us from stalling, which is the main problem. No, we're stalling again, aren't we? Oh, come on! Oh, no. on a minute, wait, did I just flip a plane then? Everything I said in this stream is coming true. What's going on? I was like, I've crashed a plane before. And I crashed a plane, and then it was like, oh, you can't flip a plane in this flight sim. No, you can't ever flip a plane. And I managed to flip a plane. What do you know? What are the chances? What are the chances? And for some reason that reset this for some reason. Wow. Right, can we try and avoid game? Can we try and like avoid this again now? I'm making an absolute mess of this. Wow. Because this autopilot is making an absolute mess of everything. Right, there you go. So climb through that gap there, maybe, and then we'll try and work it out from there. And try to climb as much as I can, and I just can't. This plane is physically incapable of climbing that much. This game's mean. Come on, as long as we make the 24-minute flight marker, I'm fine. And I'm now struggling to climb. No! Oh, come on! How many times do I have to crash today? Seriously. This game's bugged. Game, just let me control the plane, please. Game. This plane just doesn't want to gather speed, that's the problem. But it's on full throttle, so there's no reason why that's true, why it should happen. Come on, really? This plane is seriously bugged. I'm like really wondering right now what's going on. Like, why can't this plane just gain speed like a normal plane? Be a good plane. Stop bugging out. If I put down the gear, will that fix it? It did as well. But even on full power, it can't get up a slope. Wow. There is something wrong with this plane right now. I'm making a mess of this. Right, come on, plane, go down the slope and then we can overtake. We can go. I don't think I've ever made a bigger mess of a flight than this. Like, seriously, I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Okay, lovely. We're in the air again. We're heading in the wrong direction again, yes. And we've lost about 1,000 feet altitude, but right, I think now is come to that time now when I've just realised maybe we should go a different way round, possibly. Yeah, it's only just come to mind that somehow, you know, like this isn't working. We should definitely take a different route, and that's exactly what I'm doing right now. Taking a different route because this one is not really possible. It doesn't appear. Please say this is possible now, otherwise it's going to get very annoying. And try and push the plane up as much as I can. Right, get the autopilot back in now at quite a high vertical speed of 1500, just to try and attempt any sort of... Why is the autopilot not working? I have no clue. Autopilot, hello. It's not working. The autopilot. There you go. The autopilot's engaging now, and it. No. Please, game. Yes, I may have hit a tree then, but I don't care. This autopilot is terrible. It's not actually gaining height, even though it's supposed to be gaining height. There's something wrong. Right, autopilot, go in now. Yeah. Right, set it to 15,000. Oh, it's because I've set it to 8. I'm being an idiot. It's because I've set the autopilot to 8,000. That's why. No, not again. No. Oh, great. What's going on with this autopilot today? It doesn't want to work, and my plane doesn't want to work, and my flight sim doesn't want to work either. None of it seems to want to work. Like, is there not a way I can get around this mountain without having a crash? Seriously, like, is this mountain just not crossable with this plane? And if that's true, why on earth am I bothering to do this tour? Just teleport the plane there. at this rate because it's being silly. Right, come on, good. Yay! Yay! I think we may have found a way. Because we've gained height, we've done a little circle. Please say that's it now. Please say we've just done it. Up to, I don't know, 14,000 feet. This flight's an absolute mess, so, you know. Only at 900 feet per minute, and then this thing can just climb, yeah? Please work. There's something wrong with this plane today. It's really not liking me today. It's like, I'm a plane and I'm going to be annoying to you. But I think, look, we've finally got it. We've finally got a position in which we're good. So they start to turn this plane to fit through there. I think we're good now. Right, next time I'm just going to do loops round until I eventually gain enough height, because that just didn't work. I mean, how many times have I crashed there? It's so typical that I'm like, I never crash in a flight sim. It's impossible to flip a plane in this flight sim. And then I do both of them. It's like, yeah, of course, that just happened just when I said that you can't do it. Obviously, the game was like, I'm going to prove you wrong. And it did. That's the even more funny thing, is the fact that it actually did prove me wrong as well. So, you know, obviously that's just the game trying. This is FSX being FSX. I mean, it's like, that saying has popped up again. I mean, how many times in a stream has that popped up now? Typical. It's really silly though. It is just this game though, like, create an advert for this. This is why I like this game though, and why the brand new Microsoft Flight Sim will not be anywhere near to this game, is because it will not have any of the stupidities, let's just call them that. The things that make this flight sim. Yeah, it wouldn't be FSX without all these little things that make it annoying. You know, I mean, I also thought as well, I was being sensible, I was like, right, maybe the reason it can't get off the ground very well is because I put it with 100% fuel. That fuel's going to weigh it down. So I decided, I'm going to go with 80% fuel today, not 100, you know? And that still isn't enough. I mean, seriously, this plane, its climb performance is terrible. Like, on full thrust, at 600 vertical speed, so really not very high. I'm only doing 130 knots, like, wow. It's an A380 there. Nice. Who doesn't love a good A380? I love A380s. They're like the best planes in the world. Unfortunately, they're going to be going soon, but enjoy them while they're here. And also, this airspeed indicator is totally bugged. Like, my GPS is saying 148 knots, that's saying 127. Like, it's totally bugged, that. And the wind speed isn't 25 knots up here, because I've been in other planes that actually have wind sensors, and they tell me otherwise. But now we've managed to get, like, above this altitude, look. This certain altitude, we've managed to, you know, find a way around this problem. We might have to abandon the other flight at this rate, like, because the stream's going to be too long. I mean, then it'd be too short, the stream, though, won't it? I don't know. Are we going to make the 24-minute sort of barrier for this flight, I wonder? Probably not. I just turned my phone up way too high then. Apparently we're only 8 miles out, so rip. Because I'm going to have to descend like really quickly now. Just as I reach cruising altitude as well. I need to just like dive this plane basically. Dive it down. Because there's the airport, look. So, yeah, oops. So we'll dial back the thrust a little bit. And just hope that we get down in time. You know, fingers crossed. Everything crossed, toes crossed, I don't know, I don't care. Just fingers crossed that it's everything crossed, you know, that it works basically. This plane's just doing a dive basically now. It may as well just be diving. There's the airport, look, so hopefully we can make it down in time. We're on final now. full flaps and gear helps slow us down a little bit, I think, because at the moment we are gaining far too much speed. Let's get the altitude. Let's get the autopilot out now then. And I'll handle all this, and we are actually going to make the 24-minute mark. It's only 16 minutes so far, despite all of the crashes and mishaps and whatever you call them. All the things that went wrong, basically. So this whole flight, basically, you know, very little went right. But there were some things that went right. Well, why is this plane now shaking around? It's like turbulence or something. Of course, we had to get turbulence, didn't we? Why are we getting turbulence? Please, game, stop it. What's this automated weather thing? That's just the ATIS. It's no different to an ATIS. Literally no different. It's just on a frequency. That's literally the only difference. It's on like an air traffic control frequency, not a different sort of frequency. Right, we're coming into land. Yay! This airport literally is like made of nothing. We need to really slow down here to make sure we don't overrun. I want a smooth landing, and I don't want to overrun. They're the two things you need to do in this aircraft, because I've got to remember that this thing has no brakes. It has brakes, but it doesn't have any reverse thrusters. So, yeah, and the brakes are very poor. So, I mean, I'm on the lower fuel than normal, so fingers crossed. I keep saying fingers crossed in this stream. I've had it so many times now. We're approaching 120 knots. It's slightly too fast, really, but we can work with it. Also, there's no speed brakes or anything like that on here either, so no auto brakes, nothing like that. It's just plain old-fashioned brakes. Right, that was a nice landing. There's 80 knots. There's 40 knots. Nice! That is honestly the first time I've ever done that. Right, 18 minutes, 40 seconds. Vacate the runway. Wow. Never did that before. A good landing in FSX in this plane. Absolutely unheard of. So let's stop recording that flight then. Oh, it picked it up. It picked the airport up as LSGR, so it did. Yay, it worked. Right, the next flight now is a bit of a longer one. From Sion-Reichenbach-Wangen. It's 40 minutes long, 60 miles, so double what we just did then. So it probably won't actually be 40 minutes long, but you know. I click load. Right, not go to airport. Where? I can't find it. What is it? The button that requires me to do the flight planning. Flight planner. There. I mean, it's kind of obvious actually, but whatever. So we're going from LS. Oh, I forgot. It's not actually called LSGR, is it? I need to search. Reichenbach, and then I'm going to Wangen. So fingers crossed, this matches up. Wangen-Lachen, LSPV. Yep, that is the most German. Wangen-Lachen is really, you know, it's in Switzerland, but it's a really German sounding name. Right, let's get that down. I don't know, let's say 11,000 on the cruise altitude. I don't really care, but whatever. Right, let's have a look on GPS then. 60 miles. And by the looks of it, we're actually going right over Sean, or Jean. I've forgotten it again. We go right, the whole journey is over a river. So we get to follow a river the whole way. Nice. So that should be nice and calm at 8,000 feet. You know, 7,000 feet. I can't be bothered to climb. And then I'm going to start up, get this back onto clock mode. Flaps 1, and we start the next one. That's how quick the turnaround is. Actually, yeah, start flying club flight on here. Oh, why do I keep doing this? I keep starting the engines before doing that. Before starting the tracker. Right, there you go. Start the tracker. Then that. Right, off we go. Actually, how long does this game think the flight will take then? 20 minutes this thing. Yeah, right. At what speed? 180 knots. Yeah, that's not that. More like 160 knots maybe. So that 20 minutes is not accurate. I'm faffing around with my headphone wire. So we'll take off in this direction. Actually, that's the easiest direction for us to take off. Oh, we're actually heading back over Sean then, or Jean, or whatever you call it. I don't care. Or we're going over somewhere. No, we're not actually going back over there. I just thought we were based on the markings. We're just going over a different big airport. Get that back into 15 mode. Right, select ready for takeoff. Runway 4. And we're departing north again. How are we for fuel? Actually, didn't check that, but 74%. Yeah, we're fine then. 100% we've got enough. Watch me run out of fuel now through some magic coincidence. And we line up on the runway. Initial power, start the clock, full power. And off we go. As my chair creaks like absolute crazy as it always does. Off we go. Right, there's 80 knots. Right, let's get up in the air now. That was the latest possible rotation that we could have. And rip tree. Oh well. As the gear goes up. The flaps can actually go back already. There's no point even having the flaps down in the first place because I just put them up straight away. Right. Are there going to be any yep, burn approach.
Burn approach. Beach Oscar Echo Mike Alpha Delta is type Beach Baron 1 miles northeast of Lima Sierra Alpha Zulu. Request flight following. Beach Oscar Echo Mike Alpha Delta. Burn approach. Squawk 5214. Squawk 5214. Beach Mike Alpha Delta. Beach Mike Alpha
Let's get
Delta.
the autopilot in.
Miles northeast of Lima Sierra Alpha Zulu. 3100 altimeter 2992. Copy. Beach Mike Alpha Delta.
And that's it. Check the audio again. Why was I not talking so long? There you go, it's still working. Yeah, I noticed that. There was a massive gap of silence there, and here's the lovely little rivulet that we get to follow the whole way, which is what is really nice. Because this flight might end up being quicker than the other one at that rate, because we'll be going very fast. Because it's just a very slow climb up to 7,000. I'd probably get away with 6,000, really. Why not? There's literally no terrain at all. Watch me get caught out by terrain now. You know, like, seriously. I don't know, we'll give it a go at 6,000, see if we can make it the whole way on 6,000, because that means we won't have to descend much for the airport then, which will be nice. Yeah, this is now leg number 9 of 21. So we're getting through them. We're getting through them. Slowly but surely, you know, 2 flights per stream. And now on course with the river. So just follow the river the whole way, basically. And if you're wondering what that silence was about, or the slight noise, we have a snack. So there you go, mad chili. The mad chili, you know, tradition of having a snack. We haven't had one for a while, but it's here now. We've got a lovely hot chocolate. I mean, who doesn't love hot chocolate, right? I absolutely love hot chocolate. So, you know, I'm looking forward to that later. Once I get into the crew, actually, I'll probably just eat it like later. The snack part I'll eat later, but the drink part I'll have now. But yeah, the hot chocolate's a very nice drink. It's very nice. I'm not sure what flavour. We have different flavours as well, so I have to see what flavour it is. So I smell. I still can't tell. Despite having a sip of it, I still can't tell. I've also got some marshmallows in it as well, so you know, marshmallows for the win. Who doesn't love marshmallows? You can just hear me like stirring it in the background, can't you? Anybody watching can just hear me stirring it. So there's 6,000. I need to sort of follow this river round now. Sort of. We should be good for the next bit of the flight anyway. Pull back on the throttle slightly. Like very slightly. Like really, really, really slightly. Can't say, it's either a plain hot chocolate or a salted caramel one. It might be a salted caramel one. Right, enough of that hot chocolate business or whatever it is. So it looks like what I'm going to do, instead of bothering to climb over these mountains, the lake / river sort of curves in and then becomes a different. Oh, unfortunately, we're having a ton of ATC traffic now because we're on actually a centre. So here's a little airport. Look, which airport is this? Nearest airports: Interlagen Mill, Malagan Mill. So it's one of those two. Let's have a look on GSX. Oh, it doesn't support any of them anyway. So we've got Turn, Belp, Boch, St Stephen and Luthern in the nearby area, but none of which are that close. So we head in and then hop over there and then continue on that way. That's the plan. Our plan of action, to make it sound really cool and stuff. I think my hot chocolate is salted caramel. I think I've worked that out now. Took my time, but I like my hot chocolate. I mean, seriously, you've got to like hot chocolate, right? Generally, I think with a lot of foods, like hot chocolate and things like that, is surely the only reason you wouldn't be able to have them is if you were allergic to them. Like, if you weren't allergic to them, sure you'd like them. You got to. You've just got to like them. Only 7 minutes into the flight, we've done 16 miles, so it's pretty. I want to know what that airport is, though. What airport is it? Which one of the two is it? I want to know. It's not LSME, is it? Obviously, Tower LS. It's LSMM by the looks of that, which is the one. My Reigen Mill, which is the closest one. I'm not sure what mill is, like Millennium. I think it could be like municipal, but that's normally MUNI. When it's municipal, it's just like Muni. I don't know. Right, we're coming back on this. We've got lots of airports in the area. We've got LSMA, LSZC, and LSME, all in the next region, just by here, by this river. So it's a region full of airports, and we're back with this sort of river thing. It's like a really odd river, this. It's like not a proper river. It must go through these hills maybe, but it likes to keep being split. So there's like bits of river as well. This is why I like VFR flying though. It's so nice. It just looks really pretty. You know, you've got like the little mountains, you've got a little town somewhere, airfields, you've got the lakes. It's quite nice. You can buy like Aerosoft Switzerland and Aerosoft Austria and it makes it look even better, but I cannot be bothered. And even if I did pay the money for it, I highly doubt my game would even run. So we're joining back up with our path. We have had to go slightly off course there to make sure that we manage to get round, because it's in VFR flying. It's generally quicker to go around a mountain than to go above a mountain. Generally, that's how VFR flying is. Because these things are not fast climbers. I don't know if you didn't learn that from the last flight we did, that this thing doesn't climb fast, but just in case, you know, you didn't notice us crashing into a mountain. I'm just going to say that again. I mean, it's not like we crashed into a mountain earlier or something. I'm just saying it, you know. What if we did? You know, it's totally not that I crashed into a mountain earlier. Anyway, and I like to say anyway after something that I just want to move on for. I don't know. But when I say anyway, I'm like, what to think about now? I can't think of anything. Like, you what? But oh well. Whatever. Brussels Airlines British aerospace aircraft there. This lake sort of expands up here, look, I've noticed on the map. I'm looking forward to tomorrow, obviously, doing the Eurowing 737-800 from Salzburg to Cologne to London Stansted. Looking forward to that, so be sure to join the stream for that. If you haven't already, looking forward to it, if you're not already. Right, we're turning now. That should be enough, I think.
125.555583.
By the looks of it here, it looks like we're slightly breaking apart from the river, maybe. We're about, according to this, about 10 minutes out, where our current speed, 32 miles, will take us 10 minutes. So this flight is not going to take 40 minutes like it said. I know the estimates are normally a bit off, so I'll give it that. Next stream on this, we're staying in Switzerland, but then the stream after that, we're crossing into Italy, which should be nice. Right, so what am I doing here? I'm going this way, yeah? Game, I'm just looking at my... Actually, that's the swirl's background anyway, but obviously it is quicker to cut straight through, and since there's no height barrier, we can cut straight through. Oh, plane, got anything interesting in the area I want to have a look at? Scandinavian MD-80. What's this registration? Okay. Travel service. Nothing overly interesting. Got some nice little Boeings. Rip Thomas cut. But aside from that, nothing. Turning again now to go along with this river. And I know you just noticed we weren't actually what the? That's quite a big airport down there. LSZC. What's that? Box? I don't know. Can't pronounce it. Are we within 30 miles of Wangen? Yes, we are. Well, to be exact, it's got a bit of a longer name than that. It's like Wangen. Well, look how many airports are in this area. It's nuts. There you go, Wangen-Lachen. To to be exact. That's what it's called. Runway 8 will suit us. Full stop landing. Announce position.
Sierra Papa, Oscar Echo Mike Alpha Delta is 25 miles southwest, 6,000 inbound
Lovely.
to land. Runway 8.
That is quite a nice airport down there. I like it. I'll try and make sure now. I think I can go over these mountains. I just don't want another incident like earlier. Alright, like, I give up now on that. Like, there was an incident earlier. You can probably already tell anyway, but the people who were watching earlier were the same people. Whatever. We'll see. I know you can hear my chair creaking in these streams. I do apologise for it. It's really annoying me as well. Tried oiling it. It sorted it out for about a week. But what it is some bolts on the back of my chair that are a bit loose. And when you oil it or tighten it, they just come loose within a week, 2 weeks. So live with it. It's a creaky chair, big deal. Just, you know, get used to it, game. Anybody watching, just get used to it. Apologies, basically. I've just learned to get used to it, so humans must be able to, you know, like, tune out the noise then, mustn't they, if I can tune it out? I'm a 767 in the air from Delta. Oh, interesting, okay. Flight over from the US over here. Didn't expect that. Got a CRJ 900, there's 3 of those in the area. We have a Learjet in the area as well, nice. That A380 is still in the area. Everybody loves an A380. And I think we've stopped following the river for a bit now, because the river sort of meanders off that way, and then it meets us back up, basically. But we just continue on, like this, for 17 more miles. And there's no way this flight's going to take 40 minutes, because we're only 16 minutes in, and we're more than halfway through. I reckon 25 minutes by the time we're done. How's the fuel situation doing, obviously? 68%, so when we land, we should be pretty good in terms of the fuel then. I love the little cabin in this thing, it's like, so small. It's really small. I mean, like, seriously, this guy must be really short. It's a nice little plane. Then you got this little view, look, you can see. There's the two. I mean, the back seats are even shorter. Lovely little plane, this. Lovely little plane. Who doesn't like a nice little plane? As much as I love a big, massive A380. We're coming up on the airport quite soon. 14 miles. It's popped up on my little screen. The little GPS I've got in the game. 14 miles southwest still, so that should be good. Start turning this way slightly, actually. We'll get ready for landing now, so look at this nice little scene. It's been a very calm flight, this one, compared to the other one we did. This one's just been, you know, going over a nice little river. That's some nice scenery, not so hilly. Is that a road down there? That is a road, right? It looks like a road. Nice. I bet that'd be nice to drive on. I bet that'd be a nice road. I wonder where it goes. Probably like a farm track or something. Again, my road knowledge of Switzerland is not very good. I mean, you wouldn't expect it to be good. I've never actually been to Switzerland, so I'm not sure if whoa, no, turbulence again. I hate turbulence. I mean, seriously, I love flying on planes. don't like turbulence. Don't think a lot of people like turbulence somehow. I mean, maybe some people like it. I don't know. I haven't bothered taking a survey or something of who likes turbulence or not, but you know. Yeah, definitely sort of caramel, not hot chocolate, I think. But now I'll go downstairs and go, what's that hot chocolate? And I'll be replied with the answer of, it's plain or something. It's gonna go wrong, isn't it? Like, it won't be sort of caramel. Let's go full power just because. Actually, no, there's no point. And then I'll use the power back again. The first flight was it 18. Was it 18 minutes long? I think it was 18 minutes, wasn't it? 18 minutes 40 seconds, something like that. Where's this airport then? It's meant to be just around there, but I don't see it anywhere. And we're 6 miles away, so I should be able to see it. I'm probably being blind, aren't I? Let's have a look. So runway LSPV 8. It's that way. I think it's someone actually engaged, like got rid of the autopilot now. Right, time for detective skills. Because I can't find this airport. Where is it? 5 miles southwest. Where is it? Hang a minute. No, it's not on that hill, is it? I was going to say, is it on the hill? Oh, there it is. I just spotted it. Like, oh, there you go. Casually, I'm like, oh, there's the airport. It only just loaded into view, I think. I'm going to suddenly power down the aircraft to make sure we can actually land. We are a bit off here because I was like, where's the airport? Where's the airport? And I'm like, oh, there's the airport. Very, very, very late. Oh, wow. We're getting the plane down. Also, no GPWS callouts on this plane, but whatever. I just turbulence on like arrival then. Or was that just me? I felt that in the plane. Right, idle the plane now so I can actually, you know, land. Like, please don't overshoot. Please don't overshoot. As we slam the ground really hard. Right, come on. No, no overshoots. 80 knots. Stop. Stop. No, 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 no. That's the shortest runway in the world. I landed right at the start of the runway and then full braking power for the entirety of the runway and I still overshot. Because I was going too fast, I think. 22-minute flight, nice. Well, 21 minutes, 58 seconds, but we'll go with 22. Wow. Oh, I thought I wasn't going to overshoot. What? Is that a glitch? Why is there tyre tracks coming from one of my tyres but not the other? That's just weird. Let me park up. And there it is. Okay, let's play. Actually, let's just stop that. Submit. Turn it off. Get my phone off. And there it is. So, where's the battery switch on this thing? There it is. Off goes the plane. And there it is. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It's not a video. I keep saying video. Every stream I've said video. Thank you guys so much for watching this stream. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.